Hey, good people, it's the new moon and time to set some intentions. My name is Rick Aster, and this reading is specifically for the new moon of November 20th, 2025. And a theme for the reading, discovering inner truth in reverse. So this may be a situation where you've seen something about your inner truth or the way you really are, and you've constructed a story about it, but you've given a slant to the story that really takes away a lot of the essence of what it was trying to tell you. So you're making it more favorable to some existing story that you have, instead of learning what you should be learning from it. Now, details from the tarot: King of Wands in the current situation, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Judgment in reverse. So that's some big energy. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is especially telling because you're trying to portray yourself in your story as being more successful than you are. That's what the Queen of Pentacles in reverse often implies. But then you're trying to sort of hype up the situation, try to get other people on board, try to fully persuade yourself, and so on. Now, where things are headed, or where you're trying to get to, the Hanged Man in reverse, the Fool in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse. Again, big energy, but these are all major arcana in reverse. It's like twisting the known ways of doing things, trying to fool yourself. So this is a situation where nothing changes if nothing changes, where if you want to stick to your story, you can have difficulty making progress. Then the Four of Swords in thoughts, maybe it's just that you know you need some rest, and the Lovers in feelings. So it is some kind of inspiration that will guide you in the right direction. In the supporting energy, the Two of Swords in reverse. I think this means you're recognizing the inner contradictions, and that's going to help you see where the correct path is, and then the outcome. My goodness. The Ten of Cups. So I don't say this very often, but this is about thinking your way to happiness, because we're definitely thinking over here, but a very happy result over here. And of course, when we have the Lovers and the Ten of Cups together, yeah, they're separated only by where things are headed. And that's a bunch of major arcana. So this is going to be not quite a shocking realization, but certainly a transformation in the way you think about things. That's what this whole spread is pointing toward. So let's clarify. What is the story with the Hanged Man in reverse and the other major arcana in reverse and where things are headed? Five of Pentacles in reverse. Well, it's what these cards were saying already, that there's something that you feel like you can't get to. Only this card is in reverse too, so it's like when you look at it, you know that there is some kind of way. And then, of course, I want to know about the Lovers in the feelings position. The Five of Wands. Okay, so this is probably a person in your environment, but there is some kind of struggle there. Maybe there's an argument, maybe a power dynamic. And I think when you stop and look at the situation, looking at that power dynamic, thinking it through as if you're like a lawyer making an argument, because that's kind of what we have with these supporting energies. That's what leads you to the real truth of the situation. So what is the nature of the story, this slightly false story? The Ace of Swords in reverse. It's about trying to portray yourself as doing something new when it isn't actually new. In other words, another way of saying this is that you're trying to show that you're the exception to the rule when in fact you're just following the same pattern as everyone else. So you're going to get to the bottom of this story. The key point is some kind of inspiration of the heart is going to point you in the right direction, but then you need to analyze the story like you're a lawyer, and that's what will point you to the real truth of the situation. And a final card for guidance: view from above, get the bigger picture of what this situation is. Instead of making it just about you, look at this story like it's part of, a city of thousands of stories, and it will make sense more quickly. So I hope this could help you maybe set an intention for this new moon, something that you can do something with, turn it into something physical and material in the next 2 weeks before the full moon. Happy new moon.